What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again, guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So, in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Dinka Jester. So this car came out back in March of 2014 with the business update. This exotic looking car has a price of only $240,000, which honestly is a very good deal for a car with this kind of styling. And it does have a decent amount of visual customization options as well for being a 2014 car, which is very impressive for a car at this price point. So we currently have 3 different variants of the Jester name in GTA 5. We have the regular Jester, which we're customizing in this video. We have the Jester race car, which is essentially the exact same car, but with a race car livery you can't remove, and the performance stats boosted a bit. And then we have the Jester Classic, which is based on a Toyota Supra Mark IV. And for those of you who remember, we pretty much have the same car in GTA San Andreas, which at the time was just called the Jester. So the regular Jester in GTA 5 is primarily based on the second generation Honda/Acura NSX. So then you might ask why Rockstar has the original Jester from San Andreas as a Supra, and then the Jester Classic in GTA 5 as a Supra as well. And honestly, I can't really tell you because it doesn't really make much sense to me at all, and the community as well has been pretty confused by this. So I think where they made the main mistake was giving the Jester name to a car based on an NSX, when originally it was based on a Supra. But that's Rockstar logic for you, not always the best, but they figure out a way of adding the old Jester in by calling it the Jester Classic. Now we'll have to wait and see what happens if they decide to give us the newer Supra, because they can't call that one the regular Jester, so I don't know what they're going to have to name it if they decide to give it to us, but I guess time will tell. We'll wait and see. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of this mid-engine sports car.
What can we do to it?
Alright, the Jester. Back to 2014. Alright. We got armor, brakes, bumpers. Okay, so you have a custom front splitter. Then you have the same one but with primary color with the canards, and then the carbon with the canards. So I think the canards are pretty nice if you want to go for like a race car look. Personally, I think it's a little bit too much, especially since they did 4. I think it's a little excessive. So I'm gonna stick with the cleaner, normal carbon front splitter. I'm gonna do that. Rear bumpers. So you have primary diffuser, then you have carbon. Looks pretty good. We'll do the carbon. Why not? I mean, this diffuser is a little bit more excessive than I'd like, but it doesn't look too bad. We'll do that. We got engine upgrades. Yes.
Powerful machinery.
Exhaust. So you have the oval chrome tip, kind of have like that jet fighter style tip on the end there, which looks pretty cool. And then the race exhaust, which is pretty much a titanium exhaust there. Personally, I love the stock ones because that kind of has like the shape of the car. Let me give it a little throttle here so you can see a little better. So it has a beautiful shape of the car in that area. But the raw ones do look pretty good, so we'll do one of those. I think the titanium will probably be our best bet. I think that one looks the best, so we'll do that. We got lights, xenons. Okay. License plate. I already have my NSX plate on there. And for those of you who always ask, you can just use the iFruit app on your real life phone to order different types of custom plates for your car. Sometimes it glitches out and it doesn't appear, the car you want doesn't appear that you want to apply it to. So just apply it to any random car you have, and then you can bring it into any custom shop, and then it will let you apply those plates that you've purchased in the past to any of your cars, as you can see here. So yeah. Anyways, in terms of color, this car, I really like the way it looks in like a really nice candy red. And the secondary color of this car is pretty interesting, which I'll show here in a few seconds. Let me go ahead and change the, well, there you go. You can see the secondary color there. Kind of has a little bit there like the center intake. the grill area, then a little bit on the hood, and then some on the roof. And then there's an option for a cover on the engine bay area, and that will also be secondary as well. Personally, I don't like the secondary color too much, but I think it does match some interior stitching in the car, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, and of course those other pieces as well, which we just showed. Okay, let's go back to the colors here. Metallic, where are we? Red. Alright, so I'm gonna do the Cabernet Red with a Torino Red pearlescent. One of my favorite colors in the game. Boom, right there. And when the sun hits it, I mean, you could really see, or when the light hits it different ways, it just looks so good. Oh wait, did I just do red? I meant Torino Red, my bad. Torino Red pearlescent. A secondary. Now the cream does look pretty good. I used to have a secondary cream on mine, but I don't know. I just feel that it cuts the lines of the cars too much. It just looks a little bit strange. So I'm just gonna go ahead and match the secondary. Just blend it in. Cabernet Red. There it is. Your crumblum goes on the side of the doors. Nice. Roll cage. So you have a roll cage for this car. It's pretty good. See a roll cage there. And then you have roll cage and race modifications. So this option puts a lot of stuff on the car. So it gives you a vent there on the front fender. It gives you a hood vent. It gives you hood pins. Gives you a front tow hook. Gives you some bolts there along the side skirt area. I'll go back and forth so you can see. It gives you little, I don't even know what those are. I think that's for like fuel or for air on the rear quarter windows. And then you also have a little latch there on the rear bumper to quickly remove the bumper. Race cars have that just in case you need to service something in the rear. It's a quick release to get the rear bumper off. That's on both sides. And then you also get a roof scoop, which is pretty nice. And then you also get the little lines on the roof, which are looking like little fins, which looks very interesting. And I think, oh, you also get a tow hook in the rear. So lots of stuff there. I am not going for a race car build by any means. If not, I would have put the front splitter with the large, quad canards. So, and I don't want a roll cage either. So I'm going to do no options there. I really wish they would separate some of those options. I think that'd be cool. Maybe if you want the vent on the fender, but you don't want the bolts, for example, or if you want the roof scoop, back and forth. But it is what it is. All right, side skirts. So you have the carbon side skirt, really nice and simple. I like that. Matches our front splitter. Then you have the sport skirt, which is huge. And you have that in carbon. Which does look pretty good, but I feel like it kind of ruins the lines back here in this area. It kind of like cuts it off, so I definitely prefer the normal carbon. Even though, that one doesn't look too bad. It kind of matches our.
Life is hard when you can have.
I guess they're both nice in their own ways. We'll do a last one. Might as well give it a little bit more aggression. All right, carbon wings. You have a simple wing here. I don't really like the way this one looks on the car. It's like just flat. Just really doesn't look that great. Then you have a color-coded wing. Now this wing, I usually don't like putting it on most cars, but on this one it actually suits it pretty decently. You can see it kind of comes to like a point in the middle, kind of like an arrow. And that's the same type of design we have on the car itself in the rear. Like it's factory kind of ducktail built into the bodywork. Kind of matches that pretty well. Then you have a carbon wing type 2. Okay. And then you have a GT wing, which is a large race car wing with the Dinka Racing there on the side. Not a fan of the spoiler. I always make fun of it. I call it the bench seat spoiler because that's exactly what it looks like. Just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm gonna do the color-coded wing. I feel that one suits the car the best. I wish it would have some ducktail options. Imagine some ducktail options off the lip of this back here in the stock. Oh, it would have looked so good. Maybe something in carbon cross. That would have looked absolutely amazing. But we'll put this. We get that extra traction benefit. Suspension. Definitely gonna lower this. Down, 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 down. These cars back then, they barely went down between the first and last option. That's maybe what, an inch? It's barely anything. But it does look a little better, so we'll do that. Transmission, turbo. Alright, so wheels, we're gonna go to the street category. I love putting these like newer street wheels on these older cars. I feel like it kind of brightens them up a little bit, kind of modernizes them a little bit compared to what we've been used to seeing for years until they recently started giving us new wheel options to choose from. So go here to Concave Racer. So I really like these because they're kind of similar to the stock wheels if I go back really quick, but they have a more like a concave to them, as the name says, Concave Racer. And they also have a really nice lip on the edge there, just looks really good. So we're gonna choose these, and then we're going to paint them in like a gold, and it goes really well against the dark red. Go here to, I think it was the dark copper, there we go. Dark copper just looks so good against the red. In terms of windows, do some tints. This also tints your rear glass, so it does hide the engine bay a little bit. So if you don't want to hide the engine bay too much, you can do lighter tints. So I'm gonna do the, see what, dark smoke, definitely not limo. I think the light smoke is what we're gonna go for, so we can still see that engine bay. And I feel like I've definitely went over an option. There we go, roof options. Sorry about that. There's probably a million comments already. You skipped the roof option. I know, I'm sorry. So there's the rear louvers option with the engine cover. So like I said earlier, that one completely covers your engine bay. So yeah, a little unfortunate. I like to see the engine. I don't like covering it, so I'm gonna keep it without that. And those are all the options there. All right, let's go ahead and go for a drive exit to ground. Oh man, I missed this car. I've had mine for a while. I've bought and sold it a few times, but I recently bought it about a year ago, I want to say, and I haven't sold it since. Absolutely love it. So a few little things on this car, which is really cool. If you guys look at the headlights really quick, you'll see there is a line, LED line right along the bottom of the headlight. Those are actually daytime running lights. So if I hop out of the car, you see they turn off. And that's not part of the headlight. Those are the daytime running lights. And if I hop back in, you'll see them turn back on right there. Boom. So that's kind of cool. And then you turn on the headlights, you also have that. But I kind of like these cars that have daytime running lights in GTA. It's so cool. It's something that they don't really do anymore, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's something nice to see all the way from 2014. All right, first person, give it a few revs. Sounds pretty decent. It's kind of similar to like the Cokehead exhaust note, but definitely tuned quite a bit. All right, floor it here. And this car is all-wheel drive. Handles very nicely. And the Jester race car, that car, it's a lot faster than this one, in terms of acceleration, top speed, and handling. I mean, they're very small changes, but it's there. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference if you're pushing it to its limit. The Jester race car is still a pretty decent car. Obviously not a comparison to the Pariah or the GTO, which are just absolute animals, but the Jester race car has a ton of grip, and it's a really, really fun car to still use every now and then in some sports car races. Oh, the traffic, geez, today, how many times has the traffic almost hit me? Look at this guy, he's giving me the finger. Oh my god, typical California traffic, right? This car, absolutely amazing. Floor it, full speed. Yeah, I mean, it does lack a bit in terms of acceleration, but once you start getting over some of the bumps, it picks up speed pretty well. Uh-oh. Oh, tap that car, whoops. First person. Losing traction a little bit. I mean, it's not bad, you know. I mean, what do you expect from 2014? It still moves pretty well, though. And it's pretty nice to drive. I like it. Let's do a little bit of a handbrake launch here. And then we'll take a look at the interior and see if the engine bay opens and all that good stuff. And... Ah! Really? You guys saw... Oh my god, what is that? What the heck? I mean, I know he was probably going around that line, but jeez, dude, oh my god. He's like, no launch for you. Alright, let's try this again. This guy, oh my god. Bruh. Hey, what is this? What is this? Where's traffic? Where's that? Oh my god. There we go. Screw all of you. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's enough driving in GTA for today. Okay, let's go ahead and hop out of the car, open all the doors. Let's see. Okay, so the front trunk doesn't open, sadly. But the rear compartment does open. And actually, for 2014, this is not too bad. They actually put a little effort into the engine model. They gave it some carbon covers there, some valve covers, center part. Looks pretty good. Now, this car in real life is a V6 twin turbo with hybrid electric motors and a bunch of stuff. But this one is just a simple V8, which I like. And you get a nice simple V8 exhaust note. The interior kind of copy and paste from the Vaca. As a matter of fact, I think that those are the Pegassi floor mats. Yep, Pegassi floor mats. They didn't even bother to change that. So, but you do got the Dinka logo in the steering wheel though, so you know that's kind of cool, right? I mean, probably wouldn't have been much effort to change that, but that's a bit unfortunate. The Pegassi floor mats in your Dinka vehicle. Well, you know, you know, these type of older cars, you kind of have to ignore the interiors. You know, put some dark tints on it, and this one though you don't have to go that far because the engine bay actually looks pretty good, and the engine model is nice. But yeah, is what it is. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video customization on the Dinka Jester. Let me know down below in the comments what vehicle you guys want me to customize next, and as always, I will display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in my next customization video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.